Hi, I'm not home right now, but this is One Day to Love, and I am on the road. I'm just trying to get this to you as quickly as I possibly can. I just had the pleasure of re-interviewing Chris McKenna, his wife, for the first time, Lovisa, and their beautiful son, Spencer. It was his second time on our show, and everybody has just been after me to get this out. I am in love with this new family, and I'm so excited. You're going to flip when you see this baby. Also, to hear what's going on General Hospital from Chris. It's so great to have him back on television on a regular basis. It's just wonderful. So he'll tell you all the stories of who he's working with and what's going on. And you'll get to see this incredible new beautiful baby who looks like a Gerber baby, who's a Disney baby. Anyway, talk to you soon, and don't forget to like and subscribe below. We'll be right back. Well, we finally did it.
We did.
Yes, everybody. I've been trying to get them together ever since, well, you know from the previous show that Chris was on with me in last January. And he told us that day he was getting an ultrasound picture back from Lovisa, but we didn't get to meet Lovisa. And then years gone by, and in the past 6 months, this gorgeous child was born.
This one.
Yes. Spencer. Spencer, you're so much fun. You're so much fun. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And Mickey Mouse is good. Daddy's now on Mickey Mouse. That's another thing. Yeah. That's another thing
that's
that
right.
happened.
Oh.
Daddy ended up working for Mickey Mouse.
That's right. Lovisa didn't even realize this is good branding for ABC,
good branding.
owned by Disney.
That's right.
Well, he kind of chose it.
Hello. That's right. I love it. I'm really
Yeah.
glad. Yeah. Yeah. You want to be on TV? Huh?
This is Spencer Jansen McKenna.
Yeah.
You're so perfect. You're just so perfect.
It's pretty perfect.
You're so perfect. Oh my God, I love him. I love him. I tell you, I'm babysitting. I'm really good at it. Yeah. So, how are you doing? How do you like married life? How do you like being a mom?
I'm right here. You're going to have to be honest.
No, it's great. And being a mom is just more than I could have imagined. It may sound cliche, but it really is. And he just makes me so happy every day. And even this guy.
Yeah, could you believe how much you were capable of loving?
No.
Yeah. I've never seen I've never felt anything.
You have a picture of how it's going to be and how you're going to feel, but you can't imagine it.
Yeah, it's not.
Just the
it's
best.
Not. So I know that everybody isn't having children now. Everybody's not having children.
Yeah.
And it kind of breaks my heart because I know what they're missing, and I understand that there's different feelings about bringing children into the world and overpopulation and maybe, and let's focus on each other and all that junk. All that
junk.
Sorry.
I mean, I understand why people wouldn't want
to,
but
I didn't mean to say junk. I just did. Sorry. But I just can't imagine my life without children.
Yeah,
I mean, I gave up my whole career to have children.
Yeah. And you don't regret it, do you?
No, I just wish I could get back into it.
Right.
But I wasn't supposed to have to. If Ed didn't die, I wouldn't be trying to work so much. But it was absolutely an on-purpose thing for me. It was really important to me. I was 37, much older than you, when I had my first.
But younger than me.
Younger than you, that's right. And see, men can do it.
I know, it's not fair.
It's totally
I'm the first one to tell you it's not fair. I didn't make the rules.
Yeah, I met Anthony Quinn once at a party, and I saw this girl running around taking care of this little one. And I said, Mr. Gwen, I am crazy about your grandchildren and your daughter. They're just the cutest, neatest people. You must be so excited. That's my wife. He had 8 kids.
My word.
I
Mr.
don't know
Quinn.
how many wives.
I salute you, sir.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah. I was so red. I was like really in trouble with that one. So, how is he sleeping through the night?
Well, he was sleeping through the night from pretty young age. I mean, he's still a baby, but
Yeah, he did for a long time, but now it's getting tougher.
It's getting tougher,
Is that
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. He's teething.
Oh, there you
Things
go.
just changed.
Yeah, that's it.
He's more aware.
I'm on the couch a lot.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
The sky is
Oh,
like,
honey,
give me
look at you. Oh
I
my
know.
God, this is so great.
Tata.
Yeah, you guys just did such a great job.
Oh, it's early.
Yeah.
We can fuck it up
No,
still.
you're not. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to be
That's
wonderful.
terrible language.
Yeah,
Don't talk like Dad
yeah,
does.
yeah, you got to be
Yeah.
careful because they hear everything. It's really bad when they hear
Yeah.
something and they repeat it. You just can't believe how bad that feels. You know, my husband had a bad mouth, and it was just awful. You know, when I was little, I went on a TV show, and this neighbor of ours took us to the TV show, Cinderella, and she said, "What are you going to say to Cinderella when you meet her?" And I said, "I don't know, but I'm not going to say that, damn it." My mom has told that story 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
speaking of moms, I just, yes, I love your grandma. Your grandma is my
Oh,
friend.
yes.
She's talking about Gaga.
Gaga.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when Chris was on the show, he was a kid. He was a little kid, and he had to have his mom there.
Right.
And so we just got to be really good friends. And
Yeah, she says send your love.
oh, I just adore her. She was so good to me when I had my babies.
No.
Yeah, it was really incredible. She made me this little potty for Bella, and she painted it, and it was wooden, and it was sitting in
Yeah.
the living room,
Oh,
and it
yeah.
was gorgeous.
She's retired from that. You have one of the few left.
You told me. I didn't.
She can't do it anymore, but she did do
Oh.
that.
God, it was
years, and
amazing.
they were amazing, I know.
It was amazing. Yeah.
Trying to get out of retirement for one more.
I think you've got a pretty
We'll
good
see.
shot at it, honestly. When you get to that point, I think you're
Right.
going to end up with one. Yeah, because we all
Exactly.
can't wait till we have our first grandchild. But she has other grandchildren, right?
Yes, my brother and his wife have little Ripley, our niece.
Yeah, yeah.
She's 5.
5. Oh, so she's got 2 little ones, though.
And another on the way that'll be here in April. So
Yeah.
Oh, so what are you guys thinking about?
listen, not you too.
Everybody
Took me
asks
till I was
that
47 to do
question.
this. All right.
I know.
So it better
It's
be
like-
quick if we're
I
doing it
know.
again.
Yeah, you forget how bad you feel the first few
I
months.
remind her all the time, like, you know how miserable you were?
And I'm like,
It's incredible.
oh, it wasn't that bad.
It's that's what people always say, that we
You
just
threw up
totally,
all over my face.
Yeah, we just forget. We
True.
completely forget. But God made us that way.
Yeah.
You know, there's other things, operations people have. Like if somebody has open heart surgery, if you ever met anybody that's never had that, they'll tell you they're never doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But we don't do that. It doesn't matter how hard it was or how much it hurts or anything else. No, you're allowed to make that noise. That's my favorite noise. It's my very favorite noise. Yes, it is.
What are you doing up
Oh
there?
my God.
How do you get up there? This always makes them happy.
Oh, of course. They love that. I love that. That's a good way to get him. So you can do that noise and then he'll put you up in the air. He's going to catch on to that right away. Oh, 1 finger. My niece does 2 fingers.
No, he's ambidextrous.
No. I love it.
Let's go fly a Spence
Oh,
higher than
I
the
love
highest Spence.
So now tell me where the Spencer came from.
Okay,
Yes.
I could not get her to like any American name.
Not any name. Not even Swedish name.
Not even Swedish name. Nothing worked. So finally, and I'd been getting frustrated about it for months.
Yeah.
And everyone I liked, she didn't like. And so we went to Fred 62, the diner on Vermont and East Hollywood, in Los Feliz. And they have a bunch of movie stars on the wall. And I just was like, I'm going to just start naming them. Clark. You know, and I went through all of the movie stars until we got to Spencer Tracy. And I said, Spencer. And she went, hmm? And I was like, oh. It was the very first time she didn't grimace.
It wasn't like.
And I love Spencer Tracy. You know, it's like my family loves Spencer Tracy. Is it Spencer? She's like, maybe.
Don't get excited.
It's like, it was the most.
Let
I was
me-
very happy.
Simmer.
really
Let it
great.
simmer. Yeah.
That's really great.
And I just like called him Spence in my mind. Little Spence, little Spencey. And then it just stuck.
Now, what did you think you wanted to name the baby?
Oh, I had no idea.
No.
I didn't like any name. And people even today, they're like, oh, so what was the other name if you didn't go with Spence? I'm like, I don't have
We don't have one.
She wanted to make sure it was something that her Swedish family could pronounce. So
Yes.
that was important to her.
Yeah.
And Spence said she decided was okay, doable.
said.
Yeah. Well, I had 2 Swedish nannies,
Oh yeah?
au pairs,
Oh,
and I'm still friends with them.
oh wow.
They were at my house. They helped raise my child. And then we had another one, an Amish woman, and she still calls me.
Oh.
They were part of the family.
And it's nice when that
Yeah,
happens,
it's
when you
still
get
part
that
of the
close, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So you live here in this area,
Yeah,
and you drive to General Hospital now.
I do.
And how do you feel being back on General Hospital?
I mean, I've never done General Hospital before. I was
But
on
back on
unrehearsed, back on daytime.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. It's been really great, and it was a crazy situation I came into, and the fires were happening at the same time. It was
Yeah.
completely overloaded, but it was amazing. As soon as I got there, and so many people I knew that are still in daytime. Besides, I'm working with Laura Wright, who used to be Laura Sisk back.
I saw a picture of the two of you.
Yeah, it's
like this week. I don't know.
Yeah, that's her love interest, and
Yeah, but it was a picture of the two of you.
oh, from back in 1993.
Was it 93?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
All
She
the
was
makeup
so
was
young.
fantastic.
You were so young. I was like,
know.
oh my God.
It was amazing. I know, I've known her for that long, and there's even Gary Tomlin, a director, one of my favorite directors, is still directing,
Is
and
he still there?
he's there at General Hospital.
That's wonderful.
And Bruce, the cameraman, who was like my favorite guy, and
wow.
besides Frank Valentini, who I always felt was looking out for me when I was a kid on the set. So it was really crazy and amazing. I felt like I was revisiting my youth.
Isn't that wonderful?
Amazing. As soon as I heard Laura's laugh, I didn't realize I'd remember it, and then I did. Big guffaw.
Okay.
It didn't sound like that.
It did not. It was a happy laugh. It was a happy laugh.
So it was really crazy and an amazing experience, and it's fun. I like working at that pace, and I love.
How about being next to Grey's Anatomy?
Oh yeah, I mean that's great
Do they
too.
still shoot Grey's Anatomy?
They do
next
right
door?
there.
All my friends thought that was the coolest, because they were over me being on a soap opera. So when
I was on Private Practice, the spinoff of Grey's Anatomy, and and Katherine Heigl was right there at the Grey's Anatomy set.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool studio, and I lived in that area for 15 years, Los Feliz, so I love going back and visiting all my favorite restaurants, including Fred 62, where we named our
Where
son.
you named Victor. Yeah.
I went there the night after my first day of work.
I'm gonna have to go there because I've never been there. So
I
that
love it.
sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea. So what is the schedule like now at General Hospital?
I mean, we're filming. I mean, it's 5 days a week, but we're filming I'm often filming 6 to 8 episodes in a week of, at least my scenes. I can't believe how they have it scheduled now. We also get 17 weeks off a year, dark weeks. So they film that much, in the meantime, so they have episodes to play through that.
Is that 5 months?
But 17 weeks, 4 months and change, yeah.
Dang.
And that's how much time you have off, and they still play episodes through all that time, so we have to have them in the can.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. It's amazing what they do. It's amazing what the actors do. Amazing what the writers do. The crew. It's incredible and underappreciated. And as as budgets get tighter and things have to move faster, putting out the same product is incredible. So
Yeah.
I applaud everybody involved in the show.
I was talking to a friend of mine who was telling me how much work is in Atlanta now.
Yeah.
And that because of the strikes we've had and the better tax breaks other
Totally.
places have, I said, well, that must be why they're doing the new CBS show. They're Beyond the Gates.
Sure. And Tyler Perry has a massive studio there.
Well, I know he
Yeah.
does, but this is still different.
Oh,
This
sure.
is- yeah.
And they do. I have other friends who've gone to Atlanta when they have work there. It's been, work has been leaving California for a long time now.
Yeah,
To
I just
Toronto,
never really-
Atlanta, Austin.
I never really realized that. I didn't think the casting had left.
Yeah.
And I still don't know if it has.
I don't know what the percentages are, but it's certainly a valid point of view that people are doing. I know actors who have moved there and worked.
Well, I found out that they came back because they expected to shoot at the pace that they normally shoot soap operas at now.
Mm-hmm.
And there wasn't a crew in Atlanta
That could do it.
that.
Yeah.
So they went to retired actors, or not actors, retired
Sure.
camera people and retired
Yeah.
producers from here,
Sure.
and flew them to be on the set there to
would think.
teach them how to schedule it and how to shoot it.
It's a unique thing, and it's really amazing. That's why I now realize why we have Bruce and Gary and people have been doing this for 40 years.
Yeah, but they can do it.
Because they can. And,
Yeah, and they can do it well, which is just amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing. to me.
It's an amazing
There's
thing.
also a real feeling of family on that show.
Mhm.
With some of the people, not everybody, but with some of the people, when you go back, you just feel like you're seeing an old friend, and it's a really great feeling, like you were saying.
Yeah,
you know?
it feels very homey.
Whenever I see Frank, I'm just I don't know, I just love Frank.
I know.
I've
Always
known him
loved
since he was a stage manager
assistant stage manager.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
That was the most powerful people in the daytime, and he's great, and he still feels like he's on set all the time. He's hands-on, every bit of it.
He's always.
I know. I didn't know it was going to be like that. And besides directing it, every little piece of it, he has his hand in. He cares about every one of them, and it's amazing.
Yeah. He's a very hands-on producer.
Yeah.
And Gary was too. Gary was a producer there too for a while, and I love working with him. I've known him
Wonderful.
forever. Yeah, it's a wonderful bunch of people. I don't like it when people die, and that's happened lately. We lost Leslie Charleston, which was really sad. I don't know if you ever knew her.
I didn't.
But I was there when she was there with Stuart Damon, and they were a couple. I mean, all the old people were on there when I was there. All the original people, a lot of them were still there.
Alice Herson, who's a friend of mine, just passed away last week. Yeah. She was on GH, and on my from Loving. And, she was 95, and she was amazing. And she passed last week.
Well, I live in Palm Desert, so 95 is sort of like average age. I'm starting to think I need to move. My mom said that last week. I said, another one of my friends died. She goes, where are you?
Get out of there.
And I said, well, a lot of people retire here. And they're wonderful. They're living longer there than they are in other parts of the country, though, I gotta say.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do for fun now that you have a baby? Do you
fun.
Do you still have dates? Do you still go out to dinner?
Well, we were able to on Valentine's Day.
Where did you go? What did you do?
We went to Mess Hall, which is one of our favorite places in Los Feliz.
Oh.
And we walked around there and went to Alcove too, or visited some of our old places because we used to live right near there.
Okay, so who babysat?
Our friends.
Okay.
Our friends took the baby.
All right.
And apparently he was an angel, but that was the first time we've been able to have like a night to ourselves in a while.
Yeah.
Well,
she works all the time, and I've been working quite a lot.
So what do you do?
So I work for UCLA Health.
Oh, nice.
So I work in a doctor's office, primary care.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm a
That's great.
patient service representative. So I'm like the liaison between the doctor and the patients.
Oh, you're so good at that.
She wants to go get her master's in psychology soon, hopefully.
Awesome.
So there's not many hours that I get to do.
I know it's Friday night, and I knew that you were going to be tired. I even sent Chris a little. I said, can I take y'all out to dinner after? And he's like, I don't think so. We're going to be really, really tired.
I appreciate it.
So I sent a text back going, we can do this tomorrow. We can do this another time. Like, no, it's done. He's had a bad.
I've already bathed Spencer.
Yeah.
That's usually her gig.
Yeah.
I bathed Spencer. You get all clean for this.
Yeah.
For your debut.
Yeah. And I love this shirt.
Yeah.
We'll have to send that to Frank. Show him a picture of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So what's coming up with your character on the show?
I don't think I can divulge much, but just today's episodes, it's revealed that Jack is enlisting Carly's daughter Jocelyn into the WSB, the spy network, which is a controversial thing.
Are you a spy?
Oh yeah, I am.
And what's your character's name?
Jack Brennan, WSB station chief in Port Charles. Though there is rumblings that he's actually higher ranking, but that's just a rumor.
Higher ranking it like
than station chief, and this is a coven, but we don't know if that's true or not.
Okay, so is Tristan still there?
I know that I have not seen him since I've been there, but he's still listed as a cast member. I just
and
haven't seen him.
what about Vanola? Is she still working?
Well, I've been working with Vanola.
Does she work with the WSB?
She's a cop, so she's the DCP.
She came back to that.
So, well, we do have scenes together that I'm looking forward to airing. It's been a lot of fun working with her.
Yeah, she's very good.
She's wonderful. And really lovely, and it's so great. And she's a legend, and I'm so excited to work with her.
Who else are you working with?
I don't know what I'm allowed to say. James Patrick Stewart, who was back on All My Children back then too. And,
did you know him before?
I mean, I had run into him at Make-A-Wish Foundation, charity things, but we didn't know each other. I was a kid. We've lost him.
Okay.
So yeah,
Clean
working
up on aisle 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're working with him. But mostly it's been Laura Wright and Eden McCoy and Finola and James.
Well, that's a good group.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It's a great group.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, good.
And today's big thing was Jeffrey Kober, who plays Cyrus. He passed away today.
I saw that on the news.
So I got to do one scene with him, but he was dead. I really wanted to work with him.
Yeah, he might not really be dead.
We'll see.
He's
I checked
dead.
his pulse myself,
Yeah.
but I know that means nothing.
The last time I died, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Finola came in and lifted up a sheet, and they didn't see my face, and she said, "Olivia, she's been executed." And then so
It's a good impression.
yeah, so I'm not quite sure, but I think that means I'm really dead, because she never tells a lie. But I was thinking maybe it could be her bad sister or her bad.
There's always a bad
whoever that
sister,
is.
right?
Yeah, she has two characters. I think. Hi. Hi.
Any questions for Spencer?
Any questions for
Attention?
So you picked these parents.
Yeah.
Your parents you picked.
How we doing?
How they doing so far? Looks pretty good.
Come see, come
That's
stop.
the suck.
Yeah. I have a friend who really thinks that children pick their parents. Do you think that?
No.
Yeah. that their souls are in heaven and they pick their
But if you did, nice.
If you did a good job.
I mean, yeah.
You did a really good job.
Dude.
I feel a lot more pressure if that was the case.
Yeah. Well, I just can't hardly wait to babysit. You gotta let me babysit. I love those little toes. They're just killing me.
We lost a sock. We have a
I
sock
know.
down.
Oh, that's
It
the
happens.
best
Sock
thing.
down.
Feet are beautiful. This is the prettiest your feet are ever gonna be.
And the tastiest.
Smell. Yeah. Good tasty.
Yeah, especially men. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is
You get
pretty.
mine.
This
Mine
is
are hideous.
as
It's
good
not
as
going to be
it's
pretty.
Yeah, this is as good as it's gonna get. This is the best. It'll stay good for a long time. Oh my God! Look at that laugh. He's adorable. Oh my gosh.
So this is what we do for fun.
I
Yeah.
guess so. Well,
Eat
that's
his
what you're
feet.
supposed to do for fun. When mine was 6 months old, when Isabella was 6 months old, I got pregnant with Abby.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
How did it feel like body-wise after? To go through it again.
I'm sure that I would do it again if I could. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got sick a lot when I was pregnant. So.
Yeah.
Not everybody does.
Yeah.
She can't eat
I
bell
was
peppers.
Googling. Oh yeah, I still cannot eat bell peppers.
She used to love them. Now she can't
It
eat.
was my first real craving.
What? What baby? Was it? What was
Bell
it?
Bell
Peppers.
peppers.
Oh.
I was sitting at work and in my drawer I had like the tri-colored bell peppers just cut up raw and I downed them so quickly. My supervisor was laughing at me. He's like, "What do you got there?" It's like bell peppers.
Well, I like ice cream.
Yeah.
I liked ice cream. And
Sure.
I used
That
to drive,
too.
and I was in Cleveland, Ohio, and Bella was born in June.
Uh-huh.
And so I was going to the Mentor Avenue frozen, I called it like frozen pudding or frozen, it wasn't gelato, it was something else.
Uh-huh.
And
Frozen custard?
yes, and so I would drive through, and they knew that I wanted the Mentor Avenue Crunch because I had it as often as I possibly could because I couldn't keep
As you
anything
should.
else down.
Oh, yeah.
And so one day I went by there and they didn't have it,
Oh, no.
and I was not happy.
Ooh, yeah.
And they said, here's a little magnet for your refrigerator, and you can call us and see if we've made it for that day. And I said, okay, that's fine. I'll be a VIP, no problem. It was really weird. I had no idea. They made it every day. They made it every day.
Did you get any food aversions?
Huh?
Did you get
food
any?
diversions?
Yeah.
Food in general was gross.
Yeah.
I like
feel you.
salt. I like saltines
Mhm.
and ice cream. Saltines and ice cream.
All right, up again.
That's okay.
Up
That's
again.
okay. I just wanted to make sure that I got over to visit you and I got to see you and I got to talk to your dad and your mom. I'm so happy for you guys.
We're
Really,
pretty happy.
I'm just
Yeah.
thrilled. Yeah. good job. Thank you. Well, send me a couple clips when you're allowed to, and I'll put them in the show.
Sure. I can. I'll put you in. I'll have the publicist.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be fantastic. And I want. What about pictures? Do I get pictures?
Sure.
Do I get pictures of you?
I bet you
Can I
do.
get a picture? I want a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to stop the recording, or you think you're done, or you want to keep going?
Huh? I don't know. It depends on how he feels.
Yeah, good
How's
question.
he feeling? He's trying to get his toe in his mouth. That's a bad sign.
We have a bottle too.
Okay. You want
Yeah.
to give him a bottle? That's all.
The bottle.
Oh, just a sec. It's happening. It's happening. He's been so good. This is amazing.
Not bad for this time of
Yeah.
night. No?
Yeah.
Amazing for a baby.
He's due for a nap.
Yeah,
For
maybe.
two.
We'll just do a
But-
few more minutes. I just want to get a few more minutes in.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
All right, that's cool.
He's got food. He's hanging out.
Oh man, I'm excited to take him to Disney World. I want to be a fly on the wall. So when you met Chris, where
Oh,
were
boy.
you?
How what?
Where were you? When you
Oh, where? Los Feliz.
yeah, you met him
Yeah.
in Los Feliz?
Well, we
Yeah.
met on Sunset.
Yeah.
You were living in those.
Yes, I was living just like 2 blocks away without knowing. I was living with a Swedish woman, and I just been there for a while, and then I was on Tinder.
Oh, that's the one. I remember you
That's the
told
one,
me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So that's how we met,
We
and
met at a taco joint,
yeah.
Mission Cantina on Sunset.
Mhm.
My friend owns that taco place.
How long did you date him before you knew he was the one?
Hours.
Do I have to admit it?
Yeah, tell me.
Not long.
Not long. That's great. Isn't that
It
great?
was just a good feeling, you know, when all of a sudden dating, like dating him was just easy. It was fun. It was pretty great.
It was pretty.
That's pretty good.
She was too young. I was not gonna,
Remember
not
you-
gonna
Yeah,
happen.
and I told you, you're too old for me.
He did
Yes.
say that. He did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, and I hate that. This is a terrible look. I hate the way this looks. I can't, it's gonna be. I'm gonna hear it.
Because you look really young.
So we
Because
were,
it's not a bad look.
I never looked really young.
Yes, you
Fighting
did,
it.
and you still do.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You
Yes, you
do.
do.
But anyway, eventually, after trying to deny it for months and months, they're
Yes.
like, you talk about this girl awful lot, so it doesn't mean anything to you.
Yeah.
yeah. We just
Even
having
my father
fun.
pointed that out. But I
Your
was like,
dad? Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, that's really nice. Had you been married before? Seen anybody
No.
seriously for a long time in your life?
I mean, no, a few years in Sweden, but that was it. Yeah.
He hadn't been married before either.
No.
I had long relationships.
That's a big
Yeah.
deal.
Never been engaged.
I know. So,
So I was like, what was wrong with you?
Lots. So much.
that would have occurred to me.
It occurred to me. Why wouldn't it have occurred to
I
her?
had to ask the hard
What the
questions.
hell's wrong with me?
Because if I meet people now and they've never been married, I want to see them.
Oh, of course.
You know,
Oh,
it's really.
I just barely got in under the gun. It was going to be serial killer time.
Yeah, and I was like, do you want a dog? You're like, no. I'm like, oh, that was it. That was
Because I
it.
didn't want a dog?
Yeah,
That was the whole reason?
but that was good. I'm like, oh, so that was what I was
But I wanted a
looking
kid.
for. Yeah, I know.
All right.
You wanted a
That's what
person
we
that
heard.
wanted a dog, or not wanted a dog.
Well, I was obsessed with animals, and I'm like, oh, you a dog person? And he was not just like, yeah, I would love a dog. So I was like, oh, that was the red flag.
Oh, that was
But-
But that was the one and only. So I
Oh,
was
that
But
like,
I was like,
good.
yeah, but you loved animals too much.
know.
It was a problem. We go places,
I'm
you have to
more
stop for
normal
the
now
squirrel.
than I
Like,
have
come
kids.
on.
Oh, that's
Come
so
on.
sweet, though. Isn't that sweet?
But now that she has a kid, she doesn't care about the animals anymore, and everything is better.
they lose their
I
spot.
agree.
We're the top spot.
Exactly.
No, not quite the
Oh,
top.
it's so
Yeah.
much better now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
It's funny. It's funny. Well, this one gives you a lot of love back. Of
Yeah.
course, so does a dog, but this is a little different.
Right.
This is a little different. Yeah.
Yeah. When you did you have a natural childbirth, or did you get?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And I got the epidural.
So is that not natural? What do you mean by-
completely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We had the epidural, which is
And how many hours was it like?
13?
Damn.
Is that it?
Maybe 15.
It was
Something
15.
like that. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
She went to labor right as we were going to bed at midnight.
Yes.
We're like, really?
I've been bouncing on the ball, and
Me too. I did
yeah.
that. I did
Yeah.
that. The bouncy ball thing.
And we had the baby at St. Joseph's Hospital. Right outside the window is ABC Disney Studios, right outside the window,
I know exactly.
glowing over
I
the
know
Disney
exactly
baby.
where it is.
Yeah.
And we named him Spencer, which is Laura's character's last name. I'm with Carly Spencer,
I
and
know.
Spencer's all over the show
love
General
that.
Hospital.
Yeah.
I had no idea. That was
That's
crazy.
a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
I like that. So, how many years was it that you were like between jobs? How long has it ever
You mean
been?
the daytime jobs?
Yeah,
Well, One Life to Live, Too Young and the Restless was like 25 years, something like that.
but you worked all the time
Yeah.
on other things.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I've had multiple careers. I've had my own show and things going. Then it all went away, and then it all came back. My early 20s, then my late 20s, and then Young and the Restless came by as 2013. Supposed to be a temporary replacement for 3 episodes, and then that became, the character became mine.
Did you like Young and the Restless?
It was so great. That was
Yeah.
the first time going back to daytime in forever, and it was so cool. That was the first experience since I
You
was a
worked with
child.
Eric Braeden.
I did.
He just retired.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
amazing. And then I left that show in 2015. And then, so that was 10 years ago. So it was like 25 years, then 10 years.
Wow.
But also Steve Burton, I forgot to mention, who was on Young and the Restless, and we were there, and now he's on General Hospital. So
Yeah.
he didn't know I was on the show, and I didn't tell him. And then he saw me on the screen, and then came to my room and was like, "What the hell are you doing here?"
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
That is so
It
great.
was cool.
Yeah. Well, you're there with a lot of really nice fellas, you know.
Mhm.
I mean, I love James Patrick Stewart, and I don't know if Ken's still around, but he was a
Still has a
doll.
dressing room, but I haven't
Yes,
seen him
he's
there.
just a doll.
Mhm.
Tristan's been my friend for many, many years.
Yeah.
That was really fun. I just so enjoyed that. And it was such a beautiful place. It's where he teaches sometimes at this beautiful studio that we were on the patio of. It was just great. Anyway, I hope you had a great time listening to the podcast and watching this beautiful family. Please come back next week and see my new guest. I've got Vincent Pastore coming up. I've got Crystal Hunt coming up. I've got a lot of wonderful people lined up for you in the next few weeks. So, like and subscribe below if you like the show, and I'll talk to you really soon. Thanks. Bye bye.